But for the for the sake of my family and peace and making sure everybody's safe and stuff like that, yeah, we got rid of them. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing, man. Like I say, all you can do is just keep praying and lean on the power of God, man, to get you through. Because that's what we had to do, and we still here rocking and rolling, man. Life is gonna be life, you know. It
And it's
is what
real.
it is, man.
And it's real.
But that was just something that had to be told, though, because, like I said, man, people don't really be understanding what you're going through. And you know how it be, man. Sometimes people think when you're not calling them, or when you ain't talking to the people that you talk to on the regular, it's okay for people to. I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's okay to not be mad because your friend or your homeboy, cousin, or whatever ain't reaching out to you like they used to, because at the end of the day, man, they going through something.
Or you don't know,
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people too, bro. It's okay to call and check on your people, though. If you used to me calling you, what's wrong with you picking up the phone and calling me? If I ain't called you in a couple weeks, evidently, if I ain't called you and I call you every day, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to pick up the phone and check on your people. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing I take out of this, man. It's like a lot of people expect you just to pick back up with life like nothing happened. No, bro, this is something real. Like, that's why I just believe in dishing out what I receive. Like, I like to check on people. So I would like that in return. I'm a big person on giving out what I receive. And like, I'm be honest, I'm be transparent about it. Going through the situation, I didn't receive a lot of the stuff that I give out, which is okay. Because my whole life has been like that, I feel like my whole life, I never get back what I give out. Like, my heart is so big and I look out for people all the time. But when it's time for me to be receiving in, I don't know what they feel like. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that people give back to me, like pour into me like I pour into them. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare, bro. It's like very rare. And I tell anybody, when you find somebody like that, boy, you better not never let them go. You better hold on to them with dear life. That's just being real, bro. And that's just with anybody. That's with a partner, friendships, whatever, man. Like, if you meet somebody, bro,
that's genuine.
That's genuinely pouring into you. Trust me. Take them somebody who never had this growing up ever. Man, please pour back into them people, because it's very rare. They don't come around, but so often.
And I'm big too on showing people grace. I try to show people grace because, like you said, you never know what a person is going through. Like, it's probably going to, after, people that know me, probably after watching this, they probably going to be like, oh, okay, now I understand why, she hadn't been able to text me back, or she, like, yeah.
Yeah, same here with me. I ain't gonna lie, some people I ain't talked to in a while, man, and it ain't nothing against you. Hell, I hope you don't take it that way, but, going through something.
And I would say I'm not, like, I didn't share that story for people to feel bad for me or for people to, I just shared that because I feel like in today's world, a lot of people put on, for social media and for others, and the whole time, like, life is like lifing, or, they're crashing out behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to, have a safe space, which those are kind of hard to find. I'm gonna be honest. If you don't have a safe space, find a therapist. Like, if you do have a therapist and y'all not click, find somebody that you can, vibe with and be able to, just, I can't even get my words out, but just, be able to express yourself and vent and, decompress. That's important, because without being able to do that, we see stuff on the news every day about mental health. People, I'm sure everybody done seen that sad story about that man that just killed all his kids and stuff. Like, that's a very sad story. But they were saying he had mental issues. But Did anybody, try to help him or try to convince him to go to therapy? Did anybody, like things like that? Like even in the black community, like when you talk about therapy, people, I ain't going, I ain't crazy. It's not for that. I'm gonna keep it real. My whole family in therapy. And we was in therapy before even dealing with this spiritual warfare that we was going through. I feel like it's important that everybody has their own therapy sessions. Shoot, I don't know. I'm sure my kids be talking big smack about me in their therapy sessions, but that's their moment. I don't hear it, so we good. I talk smack about my husband sometimes or about my kids, but that's just a way for me to decompress so that you don't lose your mind. Like, it's hard. Life in general is hard. It's very hard. All that shit you see on Facebook and all that, like a lot of that shit be fake. You don't know what people going through. You see people committing suicide and stuff every day, and on social media, like, oh, rest in peace. I didn't even know that they were going through that. Of course you didn't. So yeah, just show people grace and yeah.
Moving right along. What do loyalty mean to you?
Loyalty to me means everything. I'll use my relationship. I'm very loyal to my husband. Like somebody come along, like I wouldn't give him the time of day because I'm committed and loyal to him. Like, yeah.
How do you feel about AI and do you use it?
I don't know why you asked me that. Okay, so I love AI, but I feel like it's going to but I feel like it's definitely a problem. Because look at it, this new generation, what's Gen Zs? What's this generation? The Gen Zs? They're already lazy, and I'm sorry, but they're already lazy. They don't know a lot of life skills, and yeah, it's just like they know nothing, and so of course they're going to, if they hadn't already, depend on AI. It's going to do everything for them. Then once the world crashes or something dramatic or drastic happens, how are you going to survive? How you going to know how to warm up beanies and weenies out of a can with no stove or no electric? Like, how you going to know, like, little certain things how you going to know how to survive? Like, yeah, be in survival mode. Like, yeah, but yeah, I use it.
Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
In the next 2 years, I see myself having a team of people working for us, being able to happily say, yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom, because I'm going to have my maid, my chef, my nanny, my driver. I feel like, yeah, when everybody want to be a stay-at-home mom. I ain't gonna say, I ain't never really want to be a stay-at-home mom. I've always come off as independent, before I met my husband. But yeah, everything looks nice until you go through it. Being a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, this ain't what I be seeing on TV. Like, how these women get to do all of this? It makes sense. They got nannies and all kind of people. Like, I ain't got that kind of money right now. So yeah.
They have it real soon. Don't worry about it. What's the most important thing to you right now and why?
The most important thing to me right now is what I started off with when we first started talking, my family. I feel like going through this spiritual warfare has brought us closer. At the end of the day, that's all I got. My family. Yeah, my family.
So this brings me to the next segment. All right. I got 6 words I want to ask you about. And out of the 6, I want you to pick 3 and tell me how they fit into your everyday lifestyle.
Go slow, so I won't forget.
And if I had to say them twice, I
Okay,
can.
good.
The first one is God. Second one is fitness. Third one is therapy. Fourth one is family. Fifth one is entrepreneurship. And the sixth one is music. How does pick three and tell me how do they fit into your everyday lifestyle? It ain't no particular order. What's first, second, third, however you want to put it. But you can put it however you put it. In
Okay.
order.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna repeat them.
Okay.
God, fitness, therapy, family, entrepreneurship, and music.
Okay. I'm gonna do God, family, and therapy. I want to say fitness, but right now I've been going through some shit, so we're gonna put that last. But anyway, God, because without Him, I can honestly say I would not be sitting right here right now. Like without Him, even being in my right state of mind, just everything, I wouldn't be here right now to even be able to do this. Family, and you say, what do they mean to me?
Yeah, and how do they fit into your everyday lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean my family. My family second. But back to God. Everything. Like I wake up, praying, thanking Him, just for keeping my family safe, out of harm's way, especially with what we had going on. My family, me being able to even have a family, like just I'm not going to say that we bad off or anything like that, but we not rich, we not the Kardashians or whatever, but you be surprised how many people wish they had a wife and a husband or kids, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like to me that's like a whole package, being able to have an actual little family. Therapy is important. Without therapy, you gonna lose your mind. But nah, just therapy is important. I feel like therapy is a must. They if you don't got insurance, they have programs and stuff where you can get free therapy. If you don't want to do that, find you a safe space. Therapy. That's important.
How important is accountability to you and why?
That is a top-notch thing. You, in order to even like deal with me, you have to be able to like hold yourself accountable. And I make sure I do the same. I'm the type of person, even though sometimes my oldest son, he's my biggest hater, but cause he be like, well, you always say do this, but you don't. But anyway, I even tell people to hold me accountable if you see I'm not doing something, or but yeah, accountability, I feel like you can't grow in life without holding yourself accountable or being able to accept when others hold you accountable. Yeah.
Money, power, and respect. Which one is the most important to you?
Respect.
Respect.
Power is good, but respect. Like, I take my character and stuff very serious. Yeah. Respect.
Being that you are from Charlotte and born and raised and seeing how Charlotte has grown so much and over the time how things have changed, what is 3 things that you would change in Charlotte?
I would change 3. I've always wanted to open up a dental clinic. I feel like they have, like if a person gets sick or something, they can go to the ER and, they'll bill you. There's little dental clinics, here and there. They're very hard to find. But if you have a toothache, you got to go through hell just to, get it taken care of. I feel like there should be more services and, clinics and stuff like that for those who are less fortunate. I see that one of them was always housing too. But I see they're getting a lot better with trying to, build more affordable, housing, and shelters and, so forth. Yeah.
I know right now we in 2026. So by this being 2026, how many goals have you set this year that you have achieved?
Shit. See, what happened was I started going through this spiritual warfare, and then it kind of just threw everything off. So yeah. But I'm gonna try again. I'm yeah.
By the way, we at 3600 Tuckasegee Road, best lemonades in the city. If you ever in Charlotte or you just rolling through and you on the west side, tap in. Once again, 3600 Tuckasegee Road. They the best in the city. I'm just doing the review for my fans and my customers. The customers, hey, they say it all. And all I'm gonna say, just tap in. You won't be disappointed.
Do you feel like it's important to have structure in your home?
Yes, it's very important.
Why?
Because if not, them kids will run all over you. But nah, I feel like it's important. In my household, like a household with kids, is very important because you're teaching them like how to. I can't get my words out today, but you're teaching. I look at it like life is hard. So let me kind of like help you so that when you do get of age, it'll be hard, but it won't be as hard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're preparing, them for the real world. Yeah.
Have you ever done anything that you regret?
Yeah. I ain't gotta say what it is though, right?
Yeah,
But nah. But yeah. Nah. I mean, nah.
Oh God.
But yeah.
You ain't gotta talk about it. It's okay.
Nah, cause yeah, I can't do that. Yeah.
When did you know you were destined to be great?
At birth, nah. Yeah, at birth, nah. I mean, as a little kid growing up, it's a lot of things that I did or could do, and I was just good at it without like trying. Yeah, so that.
Have you ever saved someone's life?
Yeah.
How?
I saved your life.
I think it was the other way around.
Yeah, we saved each other's life.
No,
yeah.
I saved yours more because you just told the people that you ain't never known what it even thought you could be a stay-at-home mom, and I made it happen.
That don't mean you saved my life.
Yeah, I did.
Alright.
You had to get up and go to work. You had to do none of that.
And I saved your life.
How?
I transitioned you out of the streets.
Oh, okay.
See?
That sounds good.
That mean I saved your life.
I ain't gonna say you saved.
Give me my props and let's go to the next question.
You help shape my life.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say save.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you had still been out in the streets, anything could have happened. So
yeah, but you helped shaped it. I ain't gonna say you saved it. So why are we talking about that then? So let me ask you this: what do you think the difference is from dating someone that's a regular 9 to 5, what the people these days call square type lame dudes, to messing with somebody who's from the streets if you never dated nobody from the streets?
Okay.
What's the big difference?
So, just to be transparent, I come from a street family. So, that's all I know. Growing up, seeing things, my mindset was, I know. A street dude was always off of my list because I'd seen the multiple women and seen, you see real things. For me, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get me a square because then I ain't got to worry about all that. Tried that. That actually ended up being way worse than dating a street dude. My husband was actually the first street dude that I ever, talked to, I think. Yeah. And it's so weird how we met because he was the first guy that I ever approached. I was drunk. I was probably on drink number 8.
Say that shit.
Shut up, man. But anyway, that night before I went out, me and my homegirls was getting ready, and I'm just, one thing I always say, be careful what you speak into the atmosphere. Just be careful. But in my defense, it worked out for me. So I'm getting ready, and we had already been pre-gaming. So I'm like, yeah, excuse my language, but I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go out and meet me a nigga with dreads and gold teeth. While we at like this hood event, and I don't know, I don't even know when you got there, but anyway, I look and I see a nigga with dreads and gold teeth, and they glistening, boy, in the dark. So I tell my homegirls, I'm like no things was shining. So I tell my homegirls, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go over there and say something to him. And they're like, no, don't do that. But mind you, I'm on drink number 8, 9. I don't know what drink I'm on. I was drinking 2 drinks at a time. So I could have been on 12. But anyway, I walk up. I don't remember the words exactly what I said to you. But anyway,
I remember.
Okay, well, tell me then. I don't remember. But anyway, I confront him. I do remember, like, saying something like, so you're not going to ask me for my number? Didn't I say that? Or no? But anyway, I played it first, like, what you drinking? I'm going to have whatever you drinking. At the time, my aunt was the bartender, too, so it worked out. So, yeah. And here we are today. What, like 10 years later? Yeah.
Boy, how things happen. Sometimes.
So yeah, be careful what you speak into the atmosphere. Like sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. But in my defense, like in my case, it worked out. Yeah, and that was like the best thing. Yeah.
If you could bring back one loved one, who would it be?
My grandmother. I don't know. I got 2, but definitely my grandmother and my aunt Nat.
Yeah. So what do you do to cope with the hurt when you think about them?
With me, I don't see, people grieve different. With me, I've always thought like grief was just like sitting, crying, moping, not being able to eat, sleep, you know. But for me, losing, like I've lost people, you know, in life, but my grandmother was like the first person that I lost that was like close to me. And some days, like, I'll just be doing something and then I'll just break out crying. Mind you, I've never been one to, if you saw me, if you saw me crying, it was because I was about to fuck some shit up. Like, I was pissed. I wasn't sad. So, but now, you know, since my, my brain injury, I don't know, it's like, it tapped into the part and I cry all the time. But yeah, I'll just, like have a moment. But when she passed, I just stay busy. When I find myself like thinking about her, I'll try to hurry up and find something to do. And it's just been that way since. And so I don't even know like if I've fully been able to really grieve. Even with my aunt, sometimes I find myself saying things and then I catch myself like, wait, she's not here anymore. Like, yeah.
Outside of what you are doing right now, what is a gift from God you got that the world ain't got to see yet?
I don't know. What is it? What is a gift from God that the world hasn't? I mean,
a gift that you feel like you done tapped into, but you ain't actually had a chance to show it to the world yet.
I mean, I feel like me being able to like sense things and pick up on spirits and stuff is very, very it's scary. I'm not gonna lie. But it's something apparently that I've been doing. I just didn't know that's what I was doing. But yeah, like just being able to go somewhere and be like something's here, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like it's very scary, but yeah. Something like that. That's what you're saying?
Okay. Growing up, man, everybody had day ones, man. It's so hard these days. I don't even know what that word mean no more. But how many people that you grew up with that you still talk to or that you still cool with consider like a day one? Do you have any?
I have like a few from like high school. We don't talk every day, but it's like if we reach out, even if it's like once a month or so, it's more so like we pick back up as if like we've been talking every day. Yeah. But it's just a few. I can count on one hand. I'm I'm gonna be honest. In real life, I mean, I'm a lame. I keep to myself. I don't care to be popular. I don't care to wear name brands, and do all that for social media. I'm not on that type of time. I'm all about trying to sorry, trying to prepare like trying to prepare a future for my kids. I'm big on I'm the lame, the nerd that's all about life insurance, trying to, create and run businesses for the kids, housing, savings, even down to the burial plots and all that, like shit like that. That's what I'm on. Stuff that's actually going to really matter, like, because that $5,000 you just spent on that purse that could have, that could have paid on a burial plot, in case of something happened to you or a family member or something. So yeah.
So why you talking about that? How do it feel to be at a stage in life where you can learn credit and understand it and start businesses to be able to leave for your kids? How did that make you feel to be in that stage of life right now?
It makes me feel good. Even before I had kids, I knew how to work on credit. I'm cheap. I'm frugal. So any way I can save money, I'm gonna do that. Instead of going out paying somebody $1,500 to do my credit, and then it's gonna be right back where it started a month later after they done fixed it, and I went and got what I got, and then now I'm looking like, wait, this back where it's at. I'm $15, short. I'm gonna find a way to do it myself and do it right. So it's been a time where my credit, when you young and dumb and you living life, I brought my credit score from like I think I ain't gonna lie, I was like in the low fives. But it took me about 6 months, and I was able to bring my credit score up to like a 781 or something like that in 6 months. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I like it because I'm saving money, and yeah.
When did you realize cooking was a passion for you and it's something that you were really good at?
So growing up, my dad's mom, that's when I did the cooking and the baking with her. My mom's mom, I learned the cooking. She ain't doing all that baking and stuff like that. But that's since a little girl, I've always enjoyed cooking. As far as opening up the catering business, it wasn't until I started sending you to work with your plates and stuff, and people started inquiring. Is when the catering idea kind of came along. So yeah.
Since your grandmother is still living, what is something you want to do for her while she's here to enjoy it?
I really want to give her the world. Because if you know my grandma, Queen Pop, I call her Medea. But if you know her, she'll give you the shirt off her back if she can. She'll give you her last if she can. She might talk some smack about it, but she'll give it to you. But I just I want to give her the world. Like I want to be able to anything she want to do or have. I want to just be able to give it to her effortlessly. Like just yeah.
Well, right now I'm about to get into this other segment. It's called entrepreneurship, supporting black-owned businesses. So, what's a black-owned business that you have supported here lately?
I've actually supported a lot. Um, my my go to right now. Don't judge, but it's Bobby O's. See, what happens is when I go to drop off the restocks, I don't know, it's like the barbecue smell or whatever. And then the kids be at school, you be at work, so that's the perfect time to get me a meal. Yeah, so
Shout out to Bobby O's. You know, they sell out every week. So
yes.
shout out to them for supporting.
So I'll be supporting tomorrow.
And of course, as you can see, you know, anybody that stay tuned in with me and watch my podcast, the ones prior that I normally have the setup with the Stevie's Lemonade, but today was one of those days, a rush day. Didn't get a chance to really bring the setup, but you get the vibes, you know. We definitely coming strong with the lemonade, so. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm always trying to support a black-owned business. So with this little segment right here, I always just tell people, like, if you watching my podcast in the comment section, that is where you can let me know some places that I can go check out in Charlotte, to stop by, you know, so I can give them a try, because that's what we about, man. Me and my people, me and my family, man, we big on supporting our own people.
I feel like I asked one after. But I'm also big on supporting my friends too. So I call him my brother because he my brother. But my brother Kev, he has a photography company. He's really, really good. Anytime we do something or whatever, we always make sure he's the one. So yeah.
Yeah, I got to shout him out too, because of course he's the man behind the camera that makes this podcast even be possible. Without him, it could have happened, but it would have probably been delayed. So I got to give him a shout out, because he come through for me every time. You know, and then now he done started his own clothing brand too. Kev So Humble Family. So be checking out for him. You know, of course, I give him a chance later to shout out all his businesses and platforms you can catch him out on. But of course, you know, we have Stevie's Lemonade, we have Sass Eatery, we have Sass Cleaning Services, and of course, I have Loyalty is Royalty, which is my record label brand, which you gonna see more of that coming soon. With my first artist, Ill Will, he will be dropping real soon. So I'm gonna be presenting that to y'all, to the world, which some people see him now going crazy. But yeah, we coming, man. Like, just be prepared, man. That's all I can tell you, man. We got a lot of good stuff cooking, man. You know, man of many trades, man. You can't never just have one hustle, man. You got to be a person with many hustles, especially if you want to have something in this world, man. And if you big like we is on making sure that our kids are straight. We got enough businesses with all our kids. The goal is right now we have enough business for if something happened to us today, all our kids can run their own separate business. Their own separate business by themselves, by us just putting them in position to be able to do that. But by the time we leave here, all our kids should have at least 2 or 3 businesses apiece that they can run and make sure that they have a life to be able to set up for their kids and whatever they got going on moving forth, you know. So that's what we really do it for, man. And at the end of the day, like I said, anybody that watches me, that stays in tune, keep up when these episodes drop. We drop them every Sunday. Try to keep you in tune, you know, every Sunday, something to keep your eyes open to be on the lookout. But with that being said, if on this part of the segment, this is the part in the comment section where I would like anybody to engage, to tell me more places in Charlotte that's black owned so we can go check them out. And when I say check them out, we would really go by and check them out. Like, and then what I'm starting to try to do now, the places that we do go, when I come back and do another episode, I try to give a quick little review of what we got from them, whether it's a nail tech for my wife, lashes, whatever, hair, whatever you do, like clothing brands, you know, we support. So just like she just shouted out, like we both just shouted out Bobby O's, like they got good food. So I would tell anybody who never been there, go check them out. I can't really, off the top of my brain, I don't have the address. Oh, there you have it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right
And don't
there.
forget your lemonade.
Yeah. So yeah, when you go to Bobby-O's, go check out their food, but also make sure you ask them for the Stevie's lemonade, because they gonna get you right. But you got to go fast, because they sell out every week. I will say that the people really mess with us. And I just personally want to give a shout out, though, honestly, to everybody in Charlotte and surrounding areas that's really been supporting my family and everything we do. It never goes unnoticed, believe me. I might not be able to reach out to everybody and pour out to you personally, but I wanted to say from the deep down in my heart, man, this is what we do it for. This part right here, giving back and just looking out for people, man. And we really appreciate everyone that stay buying the lemonades, people that want our services with the cleaning, the SAS eatery, the food, and like I said before, but definitely not last but not least, loyalty is royalty. Like I said, y'all gonna be seeing a lot of that. Looking for some upcoming talent and everything in the city of Charlotte. But we on our way. That's just a few things we got, man. And till next time, man, I ask y'all to stay tuned in, man, and keep following your boy, man. Hopefully, after this one right here, I can get more followers and people that want to tap in and follow my journey, because definitely don't want to miss what we got coming, what I got cooking.
And if you're interested in being on the podcast, be sure to click the link below. See you soon.
See you on Sunday. Peace.